Hello, in today's problem we are looking at a line on some axes, and we've got these clues. We've got A is the point 0, minus 10, so that's A down there. B is the point 8, 0, that's one there. The distance from A to B is 2/3 of the distance from A to C. Find the coordinate of C, which is up here. Best of luck. Okay, your time is up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label my axes so I'm really clear on which one's which. So this one is at 0, minus 10. So that means it is on 0 on the x-axis and it is minus 10 on the y-axis. B is at 8, 0, meaning it is at 8 on the x-axis and 0 on the y-axis. And the question is, what is C? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find out the difference between these. So what's happened to each coordinate as it's gone from A to B. So we start off at 0 at point A, and by point B on the x-axis. So we start from 0, we end up at 8. So the change between A and B is it's plus 8. On the y-axis, we start at minus 10 and we end up at 0. So the change between minus 10 and 0 is plus 10. So we can see that there's been a positive change of 8 and a positive change of 10 between this point and this point on the x and then the y-axis. And it also tells us here that that is 2/3 of the distance between A and C. That means 2/3 of the distance are between this point, and then 1/3 is up here. So I need to find out how much more is 1/3. So to do that, I'm going to take my 2/3 and I'm going to divide them by 2 to get just 1/3. So if I take my change, so if I take my 8 and I say, right, what is 8 divided by 2? That's going to be 4. And if I take my 10 divided by 2, that's going to be 5. So I think 1/3 change, 1/3 of the line should be plus 4 on the x-axis and plus 5 on the y-axis. So then if I look at B we said was 8, 0. You've been told that B is 8, 0. So if I plus 4 on the x-axis, so 8 plus 4 will give me 12, and then 0 plus 5 will give me 5. So I think that the coordinate for C is 12 on the x-axis and 5 on the y. And if I look at the point against the axis, that does seem to make some sense. So my answer, I think, is C equals 12, 5.